All right, here we are at Chris's. I've got Cold Wars coming up next week, and I'm going to be doing the mid-war tournament at 115 points. And I guess I need a practice game since all I've been doing is 71 points of Avanti and other forces. So here we are playing Hasty Attack. I'll go through my list first real quick. There's a picture of it there. It's pretty simple. It's every single infantry model and gun model that I own. So I've got a Bersaglieri Rifle Company. That whole formation is in reserve, so I might as well just do it here. So I've got 2 units of 9 rifles, a unit of mortars, a unit of Breda HMGs as one formation in reserve. My other unit in reserves is M1441 commander here, and then 2 platoons of 4 tanks there. On the table, I have my weapons company, fresh from being painted. So I've got 1 unit here, Elephantinos here, 1 unit here. My support is also on the board, so that's the 100mm guns here. 2 88s there, Elephantinos here, weapons company here, and 1 88 over here. Because it's Hasty Attack and I'm defending, because Chris is taking Africa Corps tanks, I had to basically spread fairly thinly, as it turns out. And really, I didn't. My artillery didn't get the elite status that some other ones. My scout cars are back here because of my 16-inch deployment zone and his 12-inch deployment zone means neither of us got to use our spearhead. And now let's go through Chris's list. He's got, I don't know why it's not focusing. Give me a sec here. There we go. So that's his list there. But why don't you just take us through what you've actually got on the table?
Yeah, very quickly. I have a tank formation with HQ being a Panzer III in reserve. 2 platoon of 3 Panzer III with 5 cm long.
Yeah.
I have a platoon of Panzer IV, 4 Panzer IV with 75 long in reserve.
Those are the big ones? Big
Yes.
Mama Jamas?
Yeah, they're expensive.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. I have 1 infantry platoon of 4 bases with augmented by MG. And I have 1 platoon of 2 Pak 38s and 1 platoon of 2 88s. To keep you honest, on the right flank, I have a 2 platoon of Reiki, 1 on the 222 and 221, and 1 on the 231, the 8 rad.
So we discussed this off table, but the thinking behind this was...
Oh, sorry. The thinking behind this is to make sure that in the event you want to move your forces to the my left side, if you wish, those are there to make sure that I have a kill zone and keep you fixed.
Yeah, and that we discussed too. If I want to move that platoon of 288s that's over there, as soon as I move them, they don't get their gun shield and they won't be dug in. So these guys can move in to within 20 inches and use their 2 centimeters and just pound on them. Also, if you had nothing over here, I would dash everything up. But now you're keeping me honest.
Yeah.
And obviously your plan here is to. I mean, I had no choice. I only had 188 I had to put it somewhere. So you're going to try and front this, just slam into this.
Correct.
You're hoping that you kill the 88 on turn 1.
Correct.
Before I get my reserves, which are scattered and delayed.
Scattered and delayed, yes.
So that looks a wonderful table that we've got here, and we'll catch after turn 1. Well, Chris, how was your shooting? The very first shot he took with the very first Pak 38 killed my 88. And then
and the very last shot.
The very last shot with just some dude, killed my. Well, he shot at my CO. So my CO for this formation is here, because as a formation model, he's an observer for my 100 mils. And so I had to put it on the only other model within 2 inches, which was my Elephantino gun. So I lost my Elephantino gun as well. So he didn't get reserves on his turn 1. He moved as planned. So the battle plan is working so far. He moved up So he's within 16 and successfully killed off the 88. So I really need my reserves to come in on turn 3 or else it's probably going to be game over. But let's see what I can do. I may actually still move those 88s. We'll see what happens. All right, my turn 2. My CO, who was shot at multiple times here. Luckily, he just survived because I was able to range in, kill an 88, pinned them. I hit the Pack 38s, didn't kill them, but pinned them as well. Futilely, I was debating whether or not to move these guys up, but as soon as I'd move them up, he'd MG the hell out of them. There is a crest there that I could have used, but I mean, he's got all this here. He would have just spent the 1 turn to kill them. So I futilely shot in the front, and even with heat rounds, I mean, he didn't roll any ones, so that's fine. I dashed, followed me this weapon platoon that was in this woods. I dashed and followed me this weapon platoon that was over by this building here, by where the CO is. My guns fired and killed some models. Over here, because these are infantry teams, I moved them up 8. And despite being long range, just within 24 inches, so I killed one, bailed one, and that's all thanks to heat, because he would have made his armor say he was at an oven for heat. So it's his turn 2, and we'll see if his... May as well do it now, so you get 2 dice for immediate reserves.
Yes.
You get 1.
1. I'll bring the Panzer IVs.
Obviously.
Yeah.
And see if the...
Yes.
See if they... So he gets to remount first.
He does on a 4.
Okay. And now they got to take a last stand.
Last stand.
I think it's on a 5.
Oh, he goes.
Well, on a 1 it doesn't make it.
Yeah.
So there's the platoon. And crucially, will the 88 make his last stand?
Yeah. 3. We unpin first, right?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah,
I'll let you unpin first. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm following the sequence, right?
It's fine. Yeah. Yeah. No, you are. You're going with the sequence. Unpinned.
So, and last 10 is on the 3. Yeah. Fuck.
Is your CO within range?
No. He's off the table.
Oh, because he's a Panzer IV.
He's a Panzer IV, and he's in reserve, so the 88 goes.
Bye-bye, 88. Although, to be fair, their job was to wipe out that gun. I don't have any heavy tanks, so really the 88s. But, hey, you know what? I'll remove some 88s from the board. I'm all on board with that.
So I'll try to unpin these guys.
Yeah.
On a 1, that's not. They're going to stay pinned.
Yeah.
Yay.
All right, so we'll catch you at the end of your turn. So the remainder of Chris's turn 2, he did get the Panzer IVs, and as you can see, they drove up and vaporized 2 and bailed out 1 here. He poured everything he had into my Elephantino guns. I really shouldn't have fired them because he just got a lot of hits in. Miraculously, because they're dug in infantry teams, I only lost 1, but I could have lost 2.
And they're pinned.
Yeah, and they're pinned, but I mean, he's right here now, so... my turn 2. I'm going to need some reserves. I need something. Although these guys are probably going to move up and shoot at the scout cars just to try and bag a second scout car platoon. I'm totally doing that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know you are. I was there to fix you, and you're fixing me as well, yeah. Right?
So my turn 2, I dashed these guys again. Can't do follow me because they're guns. They can only do cross here and dig in. These plucky guys moved up and tried to kill another scout car platoon. I only bailed out 1. These guys ran. We already saw that.
But they fired MG, right?
Yeah, no, so the infantry fired MG shots into here. They shot as well, pinned them. I ranged in over here. Killed an infantry stand with the 100mm guns, using this guy to range in because the hill is actually no. I think this gun can self. This gun could have seen. It's just now we were just talking about. It's like, you know, he needs to now ignore. Like those 4 Panzer IVs have to start just barrel towards this. Everything he has to go here. So if he unpins here, he's got to go for the throat. So it's going to be his turn 3. You get 3 dice, so you for sure get your CO, and that's the rest of it. So here we go, on to turn 3. So Chris's turn 3. I'll have you go through it, since I'm so used to going through it only for Rob's benefit.
So
your reserves.
I rolled a reserve. The commander came on board, right? I failed to unpin the infantry. Succeeded to unpin Reiki and remount Reiki, and succeeded to unpin the Pack 38.
Yeah.
Following that, went to movement. Blitzed my Panzer III platoon and did a tactical move. Moved the Panzer IV up on the hill. Moved the Panzer III platoon up towards your anti-tank guns. Right.
Yeah.
From there, tried to shoot at your anti-tank guns over there with Panzer IV.
And the reason why you took the one shot is because these guys only killed one of them.
Correct.
And because this isn't a gun unit, it's an infantry unit.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Bringing it down to below 3 stands would have cost testing forever. Which also explains why you opted to not assault my Elephantinos to give me free side armor shots once you brought them down to 2 guns.
Correct. So that's it.
So they were pinned. You MG'd the hell of these guys.
In terms of shooting, the infantry platoon and the Panzer IV together were able to kill one base and pin them. After that, I was able to kill 2 bases with the Panzer III, the 2 surviving Panzer. No, the three Panzer IIIs.
Yeah.
Then conducted an assault and won the assault with the 2 surviving Panzer IIIs. After losing one.
Solothurn side armor defensive fire AT5. It's a squeeze bore. It's literally just a squeeze bore rifle. Paff! Right into the side.
Yes.
Epic. So now I need to get reserves, because this is the corner here, or sacrifice these guys for 1 turn. But because if I do the whole sacrifice thing and you bounce them, which you'll easily do with all of this, then you win the game. So basically I need reserves.
And on that corner.
And in this, well, if it's on the back edge,
would be okay.
yeah. So we'll see. So it's my turn 3. I just need reserves. It's basically it. If I don't get reserves, it's pretty much over. So we know who the hero of the Italian army is. This guy. So I decided, why not? I moved my Solothurn out to this flank here. Shot and bailed out this tank. I did unpin these Elephantinos. I passed my last stand. I moved them 8 inches to here. Took a side shot with 1. He is within 4 inches to contest as well. Because he was within 4 inches, I decided, why not? I'll assault with the plucky Solothurn, the Weapons Platoon. But because their gun teams didn't get to assault, in defensive fire he killed a bunch of dudes. These guys did win in assaults, but he passed his counterattack, hit me back, brought me below to not good spirits, and pushed me back. So because we are playing with the new rules, because he starts the game, so on his turn 4, he's going to start the game within 4 inches of here, and if by the end of the turn he can get rid of the only models within 4, which is this 1 model, then he'll win the game. So I'm pretty sure he's going to be able to kill this, which isn't dug in with all of that.
Yeah, there's plenty. Yeah, we'll try.
But it was pretty fun because I was trying to win the game out right here.
You almost did.
I almost did. And no, I didn't get any reserves, because if I'd gotten reserves, it would have been booyah! A whole bunch of M14s in the backfield. So, so we'll have him try and polish off as many platoons as he can for the massive victory. Well done to Chris. Top of turn 4, it does end with the victory to the Africa Corps. Again, if I had gotten reserves, I shouldn't have assaulted, but it was fun to get another Solothurn kill. Sorry. He did fire everything he had. He fired quite a lot of shots in these guys. They probably made 12 saves. Yeah. The infantry, they got shot at and then got assaulted and killed. The Elephantinos that weren't dug in, obviously, all died. He did shoot the Elephantinos from the scout cars. However, again, it's weird. I don't know how to count this now in terms of platoons killed, because these guys would only test for the last stand at the start of my next turn, but he already starts the game now.
Correct. So they're still
Wins
good.
the game. So they're technically on the table.
Yeah.
Oh no, but they would count because they're not in good spirits, right?
Correct.
You're right.
Yeah, you're right. You're not in good spirits.
In fact, at the start of my next turn, this formation would break because they're not in good spirits. No, I have 2 IC still alive, so I would have 1, 2 units still on the board for the formation. But I mean, as a close run thing, the formation almost died. And it's sad because I've got all this is still in reserves waiting to come in. I mean, any one of the units of tanks would have done it. Well, it would have just delayed it because my tanks would have killed these guys, hopefully. Then they would have killed the tanks. Then my infantry would have had to just pitch into all this. It would have been a meat grinder, but no, well done to the Africa Corps. They were able to take the objectives. In terms of your list, you mentioned you didn't have much in the, or most everything was in support.
Yes, I had 1, 2, 3. I had 4 platoons in as core. Everything else.
But one platoon was like 40 points, so
yes.
It was still the mass of your points.
Which is here.
Which is your 4 longs. Yeah.
If the mass of the points, as you said, right? If I do a quick, it's 5, 15, 20 plus 6, 26. Plus 15 for the
upgrades.
Grade.
Yeah.
It's So if you look at it, it's a good 80 points that are my core.
Yeah.
And the rest is
support. Yeah, I had 22 points in support. No, more than that. It had to be 32. I've got the guns, the scout cars, and the 2 units of 88s as my support. I mean, I liked my list. I think the reserves kind of hampered me because I wanted the guns and the 88s on the board. I mean, I had to. But again, this mission, it was just one of those where I had to basically decide wherever I put my 288s, you were going to spearhead. Yeah. And I don't mean spearhead the rule. I mean, every single model you had pretty much had to go there. Yeah. So well done there. I like your list, actually. I just think against anybody who has an 80 or a Tiger, your 88s are there to cover for it. I would find room for like mortars or something just for smoke or pinning.
I may have to. If I took another platoon of Panzer 3s instead of Panzer 4, I could almost afford two platoon of Panzer 3 for the amount of Panzer 4 I have on the
but at 115 points, you need something to kill Shermans and
Correct.
Which those fit the bill, right?
They do.
Because they're AT-12, 11.
Let me check.
They're big.
At this stage, they're anti-tank 10.
But still, Shermans are front armor. Yeah, but you know what? Now that Churchills are coming out shortly,
they're
armor 8. Maybe they're not enough. It'll be interesting to see. Maybe you are better off with the short 5s, because the 3s have better armor. The Panzer 3s have better frontal armor of 6. I don't know, man. It's a tough call. But then again, by the time you have to make that decision, the Eastern Front book should be out.
Hopefully,
hopefully. Well, anyways, thanks for the fantastic game. But yeah. Solothurn.
Oh, we didn't